My name is Mark Boyer, and this is the third video I've done in a week, and I've been slacking on a bunch of them lately. But it's because I've started pushing buttons, okay? It's my turn to start pushing buttons. I've been quiet, they haven't done anything, so time to push buttons. What I'm doing is, I've sent some out already, but I'm going to be hand delivering these up real soon, like as in tomorrow. I've got this beautiful Get Well card, okay? Get Well Soon card. And let me read it, okay? Get well soon. I'm sorry to see that you're still under a powerful delusion sent by God for delighting in wickedness. 2 Thessalonians 2. Okay? But regrettably, I must depart with the articles of my Lord. Isaiah 53. Because we are literally running out of time. Just a friendly reminder that as to Daniel's 8:14, there's only a few days left to my 2,300 evenings and mornings timeline to save all oath holders. And as to Matthew 24, it's self-evident that none of you fear God as much as you fear these new dog star God haters that you firmly submit to rejecting God in 1993 and then confirmed in 1998. Now, isn't that a nice note? And then I fold it in here. It's a beautiful little card, But what is questioned there is a Daniel's prophecy of 2,300 evenings and mornings, which you'll find in Daniel's 8. Okay? And it says, then, this angel came. And then I heard the Holy One speak, and another body, and one said to him, how long will it take for the vision to be sealed? The vision concerning the daily sacrifice, the rebellion that causes desolation, the surrender of the sanctuary, and the trampling under feet of the Lord's people. And he said, it will take 2,300 evenings and mornings. Then the sanctuary will be reconstituted. Okay? That ends up 2 weeks from now. 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Because there were several court dates that fall into there that fill the thing. But the first one is when they snapped my chest plate in two and threw out, that, and did what the charges that I've got before the Supreme Court of Canada. Now, if they don't think the 2,300 evenings and mornings is relevant to this, they don't. Okay? They will be stuck in a powerful delusion sent by God is what it says. Okay? But you know what? The 2,300 evenings and mornings, if it's not 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now, it's 4 days later. Or it might be a week later. And then it might actually go 2 months later. Because these court dates, all these transgressions just keep piling on top of each other. So, basically, I'm throwing down the gauntlet, okay? And this vision is about these, okay? The kingdom of Medea, Medea, same thing, okay? And these goats, okay? These who with the shaggy manes, which is lawyers from Greece, okay? And, they're going to join up together and destroy the Persians, okay? So says the prophecy, and, and Daniel's is one of the, aside from Daniel's, the only place where you see such huge metaphor of, what's called avatars is Revelations, okay? Most of the prophecy of Revelation, or of Daniel's and Revelations, is avatar, things of that sort. Now, it says there, in the latter part of their reign, when rebels have become completely wicked, a fierce-looking king, a master of intrigue will arise. He will become very strong, but not of his own powers. I'm saying that's the banksters and the Nineveh. fucking Nimrods destroying the world, okay? Masons are evil people, okay? Anyone who thinks that a Mason is not an asshole is totally wrong. You're wrong, okay? Period. Now, when they feel secure and will destroy many and take his stand against the Prince of Princes, but he will be destroyed, but not by human powers. Now, what I'm doing now is throwing down the gauntlet of attacking the Prince of Princes, and I totally expect to be the one who's destroyed. Okay? And that fulfills an Isaiah 53 prophecy of being despised, okay, by the city, especially people in the afflicted city, okay? Now, the reality is I'm trolling for trouble, and I guarantee I'll find it. Okay? And all I'm doing is insisting that they don't have the right to trash the good name of my Lord. And if they don't think they're doing that, I guess they'll never repent. Okay? Bottom line is, there's this beautiful pamphlet here. Oh, let me open that up. Okay? And I'll read some more here. Okay? It says, I've been holding back until the spring, which is a 2 Thessalonians 2 thing again. Okay? I'm about to be put away for 8 to 11 days. And as I see it, God still loves his prodigal children by giving them an opportunity to repent for trashing on the messenger of the new covenant. And hopefully, before I get dragged off to a Con Air flight this winter to Alberta. Matthew 24:20 and Revelations 2:10. Okay? As to Hebrews 10:28, my fate is being decided by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses who really hate God, just like you do. After all, you still insist that you must submit to bankster world rule, being so much better than king and country. And here's the big snow job of Adam Weishaupt and all those assholes, okay? Kings were the problem, okay? Now, for 4,000 years, bankers were the problems. The only problem we had, the only reason we ever needed kings and their gang of tax collectors was to protect us from banksters. And the banksters have convinced the world that we need bankster rule. And it's an abomination that causes utter desolation. And that's a Matthew 24:20 thing, okay? I'm not happy, okay? Nobody loves God. End of story, okay? Or they do something. Now, as to 2 Timothy 3, it can never get better, and you simply cannot run from being called on Solomon's laughable excuse of seeing if it was really done for love or for hate. After all, we all bear the same fate. That's the line, okay? And on that one, I want to add in there, you know what? That curse is placed on all those who take oaths and those who ought to. Those who ought to is the press, okay? And I mean all the press, right press, left press, middle press, every one of them, okay? When the press was invented, they never thought that they'd ever have to have an oath for low-down scum writers who exposed every rotten piece of shit that came up, okay? But they finally controlled the press, and the press is nothing but a bunch of cowtailing cowards who, as to Galatians quote, I wish those agitators would take the extra mile and to emasculate themselves, okay? People have to get what can I say? I'm doing what I have to do, okay? As to Matthew 18, take comfort that even the churches will be treated like the pagans they are, okay? I'm not saying the parishioners, I'm saying the priests, okay? All oath holders act like they are graced with some kind of excuse to being just observers of the fate of someone else rejecting the new covenant. And in the end, we will all be known by our good deeds. They're being called to do a good deed. And they don't. In the end, they will all be judged on their good deeds. Now I'm throwing out, here's the good deed, guys. Okay? Repent or perish. It really is serious, okay? Now, as Jesus warned, I think this is a really nice passage. It's the other side over here, okay? As Jesus warned, the signs of our end times are everywhere. That judgment day is this spring. And if you don't think so, then don't repent. Forget the fraudulent miracles of 2 Thessalonians 2 and the church saving the faithful from aliens attacks. Okay? They have the fucking gall to set this up and think that because they are going to say, that's the bad guy, they're the good guy. That's the reality of how fucked the churches are. You could not get away with a scheme like the bullshit of 2 Thessalonians 2 without church compliance. Period. Couldn't happen. Okay? Just look at the polar shifts that are happening across the solar system. HAARP can't do that, but God can. Okay? Every time HAARP puts off one of these things, they all laugh and make mockery about how we're getting sucked in. And that's a Isaiah 52 thing, which was the last video. And something I didn't mention in the last video, okay? It promises that those who are suffering from the drunkards who are not from wine, and that's the drugs today, okay? You will be saved. You're going to be taken, and those oppressors who did this to you will pay the price. And frankly, I think that's the government. The government caused this. Okay? What can I say? I'll find out. Okay? I guarantee this is going to piss somebody off. Okay? Now, which I address in the next passage. Respect my claim that being the anointed one is trolling for trouble from a Nimrod, just like you. Okay? And now you might see that you really have a reason to despise me, as Isaiah 53. As to Daniel's 8:25, respect that I expect to be the one destroyed, but not by human powers. And in this way fulfill what Daniel witnessed. And there are really a lot of evil men who want you all to face this fate, especially on your side. Okay? There are people who have devoted a millennium or two for exactly this. So let's not deny them, okay? Let's not deny them their opportunity, okay? Now, as to Matthew 24:17, some cold hearts will never let go of the past. It does not say that the message was believed by the world. It says that it was delivered to the world. And, as the advocate, I've reached the world through the internet. Every country in the world goes to my website within the first 2-3 days of it being there. And as the advocate, nobody believes. And that's okay. You're not supposed to believe. It's an awakening. When you get the message of the new covenant, you will get it in like a freight train. Okay? It's that. I can't hold it against anyone if they can't believe that everything, I mean absolutely everything, changes by simply upholding God's creation. What can I say? Okay. It's through Timothy's path that the message is believed, and that's by someone who is entrusted and able to do it. Okay? I firmly believe that's the bar, but it might be the churches, and it might, but you know what? It's irrelevant. Okay? It's irrelevant. Our end times are here, and we're about to see a witnessing where they're all sent to glory or all sent to hell. And if they don't believe that, they won't repent. And if I piss somebody up enough, one of those assholes will kill me.